Hey there. My name is Chris Marsh, and I am presenting this presentation to Doohickeys leadership. And my goal here is to create a culture of accountability. And so, in this presentation, I'm going to walk you through the current challenges we face and why discipline matters more than ever, and how we can fix it using proven HR strategies. So, let's make our company a place where fairness, respect, and performance go hand in hand. So, what's broken? In Doohickeys, there's no consistent disciplinary system. Policies are unclear and or don't exist. Managers fire based on personal feelings or favoritism, which is never good. In new performance reviews, there hasn't been any performance reviews in 5+ years. So there's no clear expectations or feedback within the company. So the employees are wondering, like, what should they be doing? And the environment of this company is quite toxic. Workers fear retaliation and have no safe way to voice concerns. So these things need to be fixed. Why this matters? Because, first of all, legal risks. All companies hate lawsuits. They're expensive, time-consuming, and can be avoided when you implement proper policies and procedures. So, at will doesn't mean without cause. Unfair firings can lead to lawsuits. The turnover in this factory is 50%, which is 5 times the industry average, which is kind of crazy. There's low morale, low productivity, unsafe, chaotic work, which has them miss deadlines, and it causes a lot of injuries. And workers are whispering about a union, which tells us that they feel ignored and mistreated. And the first solution I like to propose is discipline without punishment, DWP. You need to have a positive, responsibility-based approach. This is focused on coaching and not punishment. You need to give employees dignity and ownership of improvement. And major companies like Frito-Lay uses this method, and it's proven to reduce grievances and turnover, which is what this Doohickeys needs. Solution 2 is a clear performance path. There's 4 steps that I included here. Is verbal coaching, which is kind of an informal check-in. You're checking in on the employee, how they're doing. You're helping them out if they have any questions. Step 2 is a formal documented talk. This is, you pull them into your office, you talk to them, you write down what you talked about, and you document it so it's there to see. Step 3 is a more serious documented discussion. This is kind of checking in with their performance, how they're doing, and kind of making goals moving forward. And then step 4 is the decision-making leave. This idea is that you've talked to the employee, you've written down, you've reprimanded them, and you've tried to help them improve, but they are still having a hard time kind of keeping up with the work and being productive. So you give the employee a payday to reflect. You have them either choose to improve or exit so they can leave willingly, and you find a different employee to take their place, where you hire somebody new. If you follow these 4 steps, I feel like this will help, because there won't be any out of the blue firing. You would talk to the employees, let them know beforehand. Solution 3 is train our leaders. The culture of a company is established by the leaders. Leaders lead the employees, and if the leadership is faulty and crumbling, then obviously the employees will be faulty and they will crumble in their workloads. So here we need supervisors. Then they need tools. They need to lead with fairness and not fear. And in these trainings, we'll provide legal trainings on appropriate discipline, empathy and bias awareness sessions, templates and coaching support, and then we'll also recognize managers who grow into great leaders. So the idea behind this is just to get the leaders in the right mindset so they can help further discipline the employees, so we can increase productivity, decrease turnover, and decrease injuries within the factory. Step 4, or solution 4, is a feedback culture. We need to have a culture where feedback is welcome, it's wanted, and it is used to improve. So when you replace fear with feedback, when you encourage peer-to-peer recognition and regular supervisor check-ins, we need to create anonymous channels for concerns and ideas, and then as a result, people will feel safe, respected, and engaged. Something I saw is that employees were scared to voice their concerns, so we need to create a channel where they can anonymously voice their concerns, so they don't feel like they will be targeted by their higher-ups, which is obviously not okay in a workplace. And then Um, but I just want to recommend that this will fix our discipline issue and culture long term, because I'm here to create a culture of fairness, a culture of productivity, and we need to do this by, disciplining our employees in a way that will help them feel like they're cared for and will help them want to work for the company. So as we implement the DWP system, it'll emphasize accountability and respect. It will create a consistent performance path that is documented and fair. It will train our supervisors as mentors, not punishers, and it will promote a workplace where feedback is welcomed and acted on, which we need. And yeah, these are the works cited for discipline, and just moving forward. And we just like to thank the managers and everyone that are attending, that we can move forward in a positive and productive manner. So thank you, and we'll see how this works. Bye.